Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I will try to make this short and sweet. Good morning to everyone. I'm actually on my way to work. Oftentimes I find that my time is very limited between going to work, studying, going to the gym, all of that stuff. So I find myself having more free time while I drive. Check this out. A person who is addicted to heroin or crack or meth, when they are on the drug, I don't want to say they're okay, but I'm saying, they maintain oftentimes until they get too far gone. Then they lose their aql, they lose their mind and all that. But when you take that person and you put them in rehab and they go through the rehab process, the body fights it. It convulses. You sweat, you get sick, you throw up, you want to die. It's difficult. But at the end of the day, my phone swung around, excuse me. At the end of the day, the person is better off of the drugs than they are on the drugs, obviously. But that process of weaning off of the drugs is the most difficult time period, or the most difficult part of the process. I say that to say what? To my understanding, this new presidential administration wants to limit the amount of time that people are allowed to use public assistance, food cards, SNAP, welfare, I guess Section 8 too. They want to start putting limitations on that stuff. Now, statistically, we all know that whites use welfare at a higher rate than blacks do because there's more of them. That's not the argument. The argument is when we look at and we talk about being self-sustaining, when we talk about self-reliance, when we talk about independence, then we need to look at, what this president is doing. 100% absolutely, there's going to be a period of time that the black community is going to convulse. They're going to throw up. They're going to be angry. Some are not going to make it. But at the end, the community is the community is stronger, the community is better, the community can then determine its own direction when it's not dependent on exogenous entities to take care of them. When you're not looking to be taken care of and you're not depending on the government to take care of you, then you can begin to determine and define your own agency and determine which direction you want to go as a people. So I'm not really against him getting rid of or putting a time cap on public assistance. Now, with that said, obviously there's going to have to be some other things put into place, some resources. There has to be something for the people, or a way for the people to provide for themselves. And that's a whole different conversation. That is part and parcel of that independence. When you create your own, then you don't have to depend on others to give it to you. We have to watch our spending. I just saw a video the other day where it was like a couple hundred people in line waiting to buy some Jordans. Spend, I don't know, God knows how much for a pair of stupid gym shoes. So we have to become more economically and financially intelligent and learn how other demographics, how other ethnicities and groups, how they collectively move their money. And we need to do the same. That's going to affect us in every aspect of our life, politically, educationally, in housing, in medicine. It's going to affect us positively if we change our spending habits and we stop depending on the government to provide for us, because as long as they provide, then they can decide and determine which direction the group gets to move. You know, one of the things that welfare has done has destroyed the black family. You know, if a woman is getting some type of aid from the government, Section 8 or welfare, whatever the case may be, you weren't allowed to have a man inside your house. So the father of your children had to leave the house. That's destroying the black family. That's destroying families, period. And they know that. And it's done for a reason. So if you want this money, that man has to go. Again, when you become self-sufficient to the best of your ability, nobody can tell you what you can and what you cannot do. So I don't think it's necessarily such a bad thing that we have to come up off of this welfare and off the social assistance. But again, we do understand that there has to be something for us to fall back on, meaning we have to create our own infrastructure. We have to create our own economic infrastructure, jobs, things like this. So with that said, please tell me what you think. All the regular stuff, like, subscribe, share, and all that other stuff. Y'all have a good day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.